Are you currently working a 9 to 5 job, earning a good salary every month, but you are still confused in terms of where you should be investing your excess cash? Well, you are not alone. 80 to 90% of people globally have this issue. They don't understand where their money is going after their salary, and they don't understand how to even invest the excess cash left over. I want to actually share with you something I learned early on in my investment career, and that is the power of compound interest. If you invest even as little as $100 every single month, that is $1,200 every year. Times that by 30, 40 years and compounded at 8% on top, which is the standard market return over the long run in general, that actually ends up being quite a bit of money at the end of the 30-year period. The problem that I see a lot of people make these days is they're just blindly following a financial advisor, which means that there potentially are a lot more added fees in the financial products that they are buying. And so your compound power is actually heavily diminished. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is you have to pay attention to the financial products you are buying in your retirement accounts. So if you have 401ks or IRAs in the US, or you have an ISA in the UK, or any type of retirement tax advantage account in the country that you're living in, you want to pay attention on what you are buying. Are you buying financial products that have very low annual fees and expense ratios? If you are, then congratulations. If you are buying products that have high fees, what are your justifications for holding those products? The reason why I say these things is because most mutual fund managers, I would say 80 to 9%, never beat the market over a 10-year period. And these mutual fund managers, they're charging 1 to 3% per annum or per year by you just investing in the units of their fund. What this does is it reduces your compounding power. So instead of you compounding like this, you're compounding like this, which now actually doesn't make your money work as hard for you, and your retirement goals are stretched way more out into the future. So what is the solution to this problem? It's called ETFs, exchange traded funds. For example, Vanguard offer ETFs, and these ETFs have very low fees. They have expense ratios which are usually below 0.1%. Some ETFs even have 0.03%. What this means is now your money can work harder and your compound effect is even greater. I highly advise you go look at your brokerage statements, you go look through your 401k and IRA accounts, and you see if you have any mutual fund allocation. I highly suggest that you switch them out to exchange traded funds where you're paying a lot less in percentage fees per year to the investment managers. Remember, a majority of mutual fund managers will never ever beat the market index anyway. So there's no point in you holding mutual funds where you could just buy a cheap ETF and leave it there for years to come. Not only that, if there is an investment manager that tends to beat the market, let's say over a 5-10 year period, is that before or after fees? What happens when the manager changes? What happens when there are structural changes within that fund? Then potentially there's a high chance that that mutual fund will not beat the market. All of these factors you have to consider. So I highly suggest that you go look at the ETFs. You can go on finviz.com and check the different ETFs that are available and look through your brokerage account and see if those ETFs are also traded on there.